This is July 30th. This is a candidate running for mayor in Oklahoma. Why in Oklahoma? I'll come back to that. And what did he say? It's time. Quote, we need to get back to requiring elected officials to be Christians. I want every professed SDA to be focused now. That one statement destroys the principles of freedom enshrined in the U.S. Constitution. And what is that freedom and liberty clause? It says senators, representatives, members of the several state legislatures. No test shall ever be required as a qualification to any office or public trust under the United States. What test? No religious test. None. And what is J.D. Vance calling for? A religious test. To become a lawmaker, local, district, federal level, state level. It's a religious test. Wake up, SDAs. Wake up, GOP, Republicans, and conservatives. Wake up. Not my words. It's their words. Compared to the laws of the land. It will destroy the laws of the land. While they profess to be preserving the laws of the land. Make sense? Watch this. Watch carefully.
One of my favorite scriptures is Proverbs 14:34. Righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is a disgrace to any people. And Pastor, I don't think it's too much of an exegetical stretch to say righteousness exalts a city. Proverbs 29:2 says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. You want to do some rejoicing? All right. I am unashamed of the gospel, for it's the power of God unto salvation. My number one qualification for being mayor of Tulsa is that...
You see, friends? I agree with those opening remarks. This is the mayor candidate at a church. I agree with that. But remember, the civil government can only control the last 6 of God's 10 commandments, not the first 4. Hear what he says now. Those of you who have ever read the book Great Controversy, buckle your seatbelts now. Hear what he says. Watch.
Being mayor of Tulsa is that I am an unashamed follower of Jesus. Without him, I can do nothing. And I think that if you go back and study the history of our nation and our founding, one, the pulpit was the primary tool for the Revolutionary War, communicating to people. But 2, public officials had to be Christians in many areas. And we've gone so far away from that. And we need to get back.
Public officials had to be Christians. 2 quick points. The same words from J.D. Vance. The same ideology of Project 2025. And Christian nationalists. Will he also step down? Why in Oklahoma? Second point. Oklahoma is also pushing for the 10 commandments to be brought into public schools. The 10 not 5, not 6, the 10 commandments. And the civil government cannot oversee and have jurisdiction over the first 4. The man just said, it's time to have Christians being the ones overseeing government. Look at this now. SDAs who have ever read the book Great Controversy, look at page 292. It says the regulation was adopted by the colonists that only church members should have a voice in the civil government. Only church members should have a voice in the civil government. A kind of state church was formed. What is that? A kind of church and state was formed. Do you see it now, friends? Do you see it now? And the magistrates now could suppress heresy. Thus, the secular power was in the hands of the church. It was not long before these measures led to the sure result, persecution. Lord have mercy. And this is what the man just said. The civil government must be controlled by churchmen. What will be the next step? Persecution. Church and state is being formed.